The mullet seemed to call me, so I took a trip to go see just what kind of man I could become. So I went into the barber, my words couldn't have hit harder, and then the deed was done. Cause when it's business in the front and party in the back, you know you're gonna be okay. Cause the boss is on your ass, waiting for the weekend, can't see the light of day. It's the mullet man. Yeah, it's the mullet man. Yeah, it's the mullet man. Whoa, it's the mullet man. Vibes. As the mullet changed me, I noticed my power growing exponentially. So I used this power for good, as I knew I should, but I still can't get a date. The mullet man. Yeah, it's the mullet man. Yeah, it's the mullet man. Well, it's the mullet man. Vibes.
And finally, filling the quota is something I could finally see.
Wait, what do you mean, quota?
Today, we talking mullets. The mullet vibe is not just a haircut, it's a way of life. Get out the way, posers. Try and pick up what I'm putting down. M-U-L-L-E-T. Vibes. My day was usual business. I walked with hair full of stress. Some would say that this was getting banal. As I sipped upon my coffee, an epiphany dawned on me. I would find my correct. Cause when it's business in the front and party in the back, you know you're gonna be okay. Cause the boss is on your ass, waiting for the weekend, can't see the light of day. It's the mullet man. Yeah, it's the mullet man. Yeah, it's the mullet man. Whoa, it's the mullet man. Vibes. The mullet seemed to call me, so I took a trip to go see just what kind of man I could become. So I went into the barber, my words couldn't have hit harder, and then the deed was done. Cause when it's business in the front and party in the back, you know you're gonna be okay. Cause the boss is on your ass, waiting for the weekend, can't see the light of day. It's the mullet man. Yeah, it's the mullet man. Yeah, it's the mullet man. Whoa, it's the mullet man. Vibes. As the mullet changed me, I noticed my power growing So I use this power for good, as I knew I should, but I still can't get a date. It's the bullet man. Yeah, it's the bullet man. Yeah, it's the bullet man. Well, it's the bullet man. Nice.
And finally, filling the quota is something I could finally see.
Wait, what do you mean, quota?
Today, we talking mullets. The mullet vibe is not just a haircut. It's a way of life. Get out the way, posers. Try and pick up what I'm putting down. M-U-L-L-E-T. Vibes. My day was usual business. I walked with hair full of stress. Some would say that this was getting banal. As I sipped upon my coffee, an epiphany dawned on me. I would find my career. 'Cause when it's business in the front and party in the back, you know you're gonna be okay. 'Cause the boss is on your ass, waiting for the weekend, can't see the light of day. It's the mullet man. Yeah, it's the mullet man. Yeah, it's the mullet man. Well. Today, we pay homage to the streamer's salty snack of choice, and the capos brave enough to defend their honor. Sit back and listen for a while, friends. You're in for one hell of a salty surprise. Sometimes streaming requires a meal, but the chat won't let you enjoy your snack. Unrelenting in that mockery, you fire back with words of wisdom and attack. Shut up! Let me munch my nuts. Shut up! Let me munch my nuts. Shut up! Let me munch my nuts. Yeah! Sodium's getting high, and vitamin B12. You're getting nourishment from the nuts variety that you delve. You may think of dirty jokes, all your 69 intros. But Capo continues lunch, he continues to munch. You didn't turn your back on them, although they're making your mouth dry. You'll never go hungry again until your death counts 60 high. Shut up! Let me munch my nuts. Shut up! Let me munch my nuts. Shut up! Let me munch my nuts.
Damn your rotating cube!
Let me munch my nuts. Shut up. 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 Let me munch my nuts.
Yeah. That was a fucking jam.
Today, we paid homage to the streamer's salty snack of choice, and the capo who's brave enough to defend their honor. Sit back and listen for a while, friends. You're in for one hell of a salty surprise. Sometimes streaming requires a meal, but the chat won't let you enjoy your snack. Unrelenting in that mockery, you fire back with words of wisdom and attack. Shut up! Let me munch my nuts. Shut up! Let me munch my nuts. Shut up! Let me munch my nuts. Yeah! Sodium's getting high, and vitamin B12. You're getting nourishment from the nuts variety that you delve. You may think of dirty jokes, all your 69 tropes. But Capo continues lunch, he continues to munch. You didn't turn your back on them, although they're making your mouth dry. You'll never go hungry again until your death counts 60 high. Shut up! Let me munch my nuts. Shut up! Let me munch my nuts. Shut up! Let me munch my nuts.
Damn your rotating cube! Ah!
Shut up! Let me munch my nuts. 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 Shut up! Let me munch my nuts.
Yeah. That was a fucking jam.
Today, we paid homage to the streamer's salty snack of choice, and the capo who's brave enough to defend their honor. Sit back and listen for a while, friends. You're in for one hell of a salty surprise. Sometimes streaming requires a meal, but the chat won't let you enjoy your snack. Unrelenting in that mockery, you fire back with words of wisdom and attack. Shut up! Let me munch my nuts. Shut up! Let me munch my nuts. Shut up! Let me munch my nuts. Yeah! Sodium's getting high, and vitamin B12. You're getting nourishment from the nuts variety that you delve. You may think of dirty jokes, all your 69 tropes. But Capo continues lunch. He continues to munch. You didn't turn your back on them, although they're making your mouth dry. You'll never go hungry again until your death counts 60 high. Shut up! Let me munch my nuts. Shut up! Let me munch my nuts. Shut up! Let me munch my nuts.
Damn your rotating cube! Ah!
Shut up! Let me munch my nuts. 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 Shut up! Let me munch my nuts.
Yeah! That was a fucking jam!
Today, we pay homage to the streamer's salty snack of choice, and the capo who's brave enough to defend their honor. Sit back and listen for a while, friends. You're in for one hell of a salty surprise. Sometimes streaming requires a meal, but the chat won't let you enjoy your snack. Unrelenting in that mockery, you fire back with words of wisdom and attack. Shut up! Let me munch my nuts. Shut up! Let me munch my nuts. Shut up! Let me munch my nuts. Yeah! Sodium's getting high, and vitamin B12. You're getting nourishment from the nuts variety that you delve. You may think of dirty jokes, all your 69 tropes. But Capo continues lunch. He continues to munch. You didn't turn your back on them, although they're making your mouth dry. You'll never go hungry again until your death counts 60 high. Shut up! Let me munch my nuts. Shut up! Let me munch my nuts. Shut up! Let me munch my nuts.
Damn your rotating cube! Ah!
Shut up! Let me munch my nuts. 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 Shut up! Let me munch my nuts.
Yeah! That was a fucking jam!
Hello! Hey everybody, welcome! Oh, I realised I didn't set up one of the camera screens. So we got this.
Hello.
Hello.
Look how pretty that is.
Aye.
do some real quick, on-the-fly editing of cameras.
That's okay, we can entertain the crowd.
While I edit cameras, give us a recap.
Well, Briggy, last week, they played D&D, and I was not there.
That is very true.
Thank you.
I'm pretty sure God tried to kill us by sending a whole bunch of scary demons.
Chickens.
Usually me. Chimkins.
And we won against chickens.
Well, what did we do? We
Against the chickens.
planned our assault, didn't we? Made our way on the boat.
Cousin Jimmy.
What?
The chicken was Cousin Jimmy.
It's true. Cousin Jimmy wasn't having the best of days, honestly.
I don't even.
Right, we infiltrated the city finally with the help of Otto, and we even posed as enemies of Caporius to gain entry. Upon entry, we did indeed encounter hordes of abyssal chickens.
You did?
Abyssal chickens, which don't have eye holes, but one of them now does.
Which sounded a little something like this, I believe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's Jimmy.
that was pretty low in the mix for me. But yeah,
Yeah.
anyway,
Quiet.
there it is. Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like he's just hungry. I make that noise all the time.
I'm doing the one-shot volume. I'm gonna give you this
Anyway, we managed to quote unquote sneak our way through the city, reach the castle, and then get found out by a big demon boy and people with crab hands who can attack 4 times
Yes.
and kill us potentially in one round.
Potentially.
And the big demon thing, which can do 50 damage on average with 1 hit.
And it has 3 hits.
So yeah, fuck you, so yeah, we got to, we are fighting it. We have transformed it into a crab. We are trying to reach trying to reach the castle and trying to save Caporius as much, as quickly as possible.
Like I need to point out, there's not actually a castle anywhere in this city.
Well,
Just for the sake of that, we know what we're going for here.
man, I thought what is it not? What is it?
It's like the royal palace, but it's.
So same thing. Don't do that to me. Don't. No.
It ain't.
It's really more of a fortified pagoda than a...
I thought you were gonna say fortified baguette.
I would like 45 baguette. Delicious.
This is a really chunky baguette.
45.
I
45
mean, you leave
baguette.
a baguette in the cupboard for too long.
Don't you forget about
About me.
Honestly, at this point, I don't even know who deserves the inspiration at that point, so you all get one.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yay! Oh, wait.
Yeah, that's
me.
There's a drop.
I helped.
Monk ass.
Not that you're gonna need it or anything, but you all get an inspiration.
Oh, we're gonna need it.
It's better to have it rather than not have it.
Like going into the boss fight and being given like freaking 6 extra
Yeah.
lives.
This isn't the boss fight though.
Walking down a street in like a very chill situation, and like I would like to inspect that window, I fail up insight or perception, and I'm like, I would like my inspiration to really inspect that window again. It doesn't have to be for a
Who you been
scary
spying on?
situation.
What are you talking about?
Turtles.
Windows.
Those are my turtles. But...
Can you activate the window?
Alright, okay, so that brings us up to present, where we are currently stood in the streets of Kurha, just outside of the the walls of the royal palace, the city burning around you, demons present at every turn. Specifically, the hordes of abyssal chickens you've managed to avoid up until this point. You turned a Balor, well, Shreed turned a Balor into a giant crab. That was his choice, no one else's. So now there's a giant crab in the mix. And there's still, if I remember from last week, still 2 of the what they called, the Glabrazu minions of the Balor remaining.
Oh yeah.
And you have 10 turns remaining before the rebels can catch up with you and actually make it to the fight that you're currently in, as they are way on the other side of the city right now. It's going to take about a minute for them to get there, which is a long time in D&D combat. So, with that said, we will just swap over now to Roll20. There we go. And everyone is... Yeah, well, the camera's in the right place. Russell is not DMing, unless... No, okay, I'll continue DMing. Right. Apparently the people are demanding it. Alright, so, I'm using a different browser, which means I no longer have the initiative tracker that I had last week.
It's in party chat if you want the lists from last week, the initiatives.
That would be great. This is not the most on the ball I've been because it's too damn hot. So we've got Shareed, Salzburg, Tiny Boss, Atos. We've got 3 more enemies to worry about, being... Who was left? Is it?
The big guy and
Ebon.
one of the small ones, I believe. 2 of the small ones.
2. One is under Briggy's hand.
Yeah, Gleb 1 and Gleb 3. That's what I'm just going to write down for them.
And one has used this big spell of the day, which I can't remember what it was, but I think that was the cloud asteroid sign on the one near Sheridan's
Yeah.
Hut.
Howard stun.
Yeah. What did that do? Fear? Psychic damage.
No, it just stuns you and it's stuck.
Yeah, Solgar got stunned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that still active? Did we not break her out of that?
I'm out of that now.
Yeah, Solgar tried to stabilize Gersha, failed, so I think that's another fail. Death.
I'm on 1 save, 1 death.
Yeah.
1 save, 1 fail, sorry. Bad.
Sorry about this, I'll have everyone tracked in a moment.
Nostril cam there, apologies everyone. Sometimes you gotta.
Well, did someone draw a bomb? On the there's a bomb on the screen.
Isn't that your color?
No. No, my
That's dark purple. You're dark
my dark
purple.
purple. My dark purple is a different dark purple. This is me.
Been framed.
No, that's my color. Someone is framing me. Who's throwing bombs on the screen? and blaming me.
There we go. Right, I've got everything set.
Who's using my color?
Alright, okay, we're back in the game now. And we got to the end of initiative order, so if I remember correctly, therefore I believe I'm going to start this turn. So we have a countdown timer now, 10 turns until assistance arrives, and we're going to start with Oscar.
Oh, no idea what's going on. I'm really sorry.
That's fine, you weren't here. You just kind of, like, you went to, I wouldn't say you inspected the building that's just at the bottom of the map there, and you were just kind of like looking, peering through the window, oblivious to the demon fight behind you, and you just sort of snap back to reality and go, oh god, there's demons and a giant crab.
Okay. I would like to proceed to Bonke. With first, I'm gonna turn down Sirenscape because Jesus fucking Christ.
Wait, hang on. Didn't you just say we were gonna start from the top of the? Oh
Top
yeah,
of the initiative order.
Yeah, you're not in the version we have because okay.
So I'm. Would it not make more sense to put me last, Ricky?
I mean, we could. Alright, then jumping to the top of initiative order.
Thank you.
It's Solgra.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna smack the. I can't even remember what they're called.
Picture the walking gazebos.
Yeah,
The walking
gazebos.
The gazebo. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna attempt to smack the one on like above me. There was.
Alright, roll to hit.
Well, that one didn't work, so I'm gonna use my second one. There's 29 hit. It's a natural 20.
That'll crit then, yeah.
Go Daddy Solgra!
Carry us to victory.
Right, so rage quit. Rage quit? Rage crit. 50 damage!
Oh my god.
Well done. Okay, so that's 50 slashing damage, yeah? No, bludgeoning.
Bludgeoning. Yep.
Whoops. Damn, that is a big hit. He's not much pleased about that. As you smack him with your warhammer, he's looking very worse for wear, but he does not fall.
Cool. And in that case, I'm going to use my bonus action to frenzy and attack again.
Roll to hit.
12.
Not gonna hit. Unfortunate.
And I believe that ends my turn.
Cool, and that brings us to Thratos.
Okay. I am gonna ask my bonus action, I guess. We'll start with my bonus action. I'm gonna release your man here with Briggy's hand. And I'm gonna bring the hand over to the big boy and gently, very gently hug him until he can't get out of my hand anymore.
What is the rules on the giant hand?
Are you asking me or
Yes.
asking out loud? Well, for grasping hand, it would be the hand attempts to grapple a huge or smaller creature within 5 feet of it. You use the hand's strength to resolve the grapple. If the target is medium or smaller, you have advantage on the check. And then I can crush it as a bonus action. As a bonus action, if I want to.
What about things that are bigger?
Giant crab is medium, I think.
Good point.
Giant crab is medium.
Giant crab is medium. So yeah, that's fine. So
Okay.
it's not a huge
Not really
crab.
giant.
There's a crab that's bigger.
One of those Skyrim giant crabs.
Yeah. There are bigger crabs. Okay, yeah.
In that case, I'm gonna roll d20 plus 8 with advantage for strength check.
Alright, roll your strength check, and I'll have the giant crab roll its strength
16.
check. 16 versus 11, so yep, that passes.
So he's now grappled.
Indeed he is.
Okay, and then is there really anything that I want to do as a main action? Or would that count as a main action because I'm not just moving it, but I'm actually doing an action with that? I'm not quite sure. I think that may be...
Yeah, I think that's your main action to do the changing and the grappling of the new creature.
Actually, no, it is. I can do the bonus action to move and do a thing. Either way, I don't have anything else to do, so it doesn't really matter in this turn. Yeah, that's me. Oh.
Alright.
Yeah, that's me.
Cool. And I just realised that the crab should be smaller, so I've made the battle smaller for now. Okay, so that brings us to M. It's your turn.
Hello.
Oh.
I would like to pew pew. To pew pew. Let me just check the initiative order. The thing, the small daddy thing near Funny Boss.
Okay, go for the gazebo next to Fanny Boss.
Oh. 29, and it's a crit.
Oh
And
my god.
I believe because it's near Funny Boss, I do get sneak attack.
Indeed, you get
Oh,
everything.
Oh, this is Coffee's birthday quiz. You guys remember the birthday quiz?
What's your maximum damage output with the critical hit?
Crossbows 41 with sneak attack.
Yeah, no need to roll, it's dead.
Okay.
Yeah, that would just be overkill. You annihilate it with that single crossbow shot. Which,
Okay. Sorry, Russell. I stole the kill, but I bonus action. I will attack the 1 year Solgra and Sharid and everyone. Then
You might get a
19.
double kill.
19 will hit.
I do not get sneak attack because I tried it on the other
Yep,
one.
you used it.
Oh.
Okay. 8.
8 damage?
Yes.
Alrighty then. So you didn't kill the second one.
Okay.
So you bring the crossbow to bear, and you eviscerate the first one with that squelchy sneak attack damage.
Yes.
And you manage to fire out the other one, but you don't quite aim well enough to outright annihilate it. But you can tell, you know, that bolt is lodged in there, and it's looking really, really poorly and worse for wear. It really shouldn't be able to stand up anymore, and yet somehow it is. All right.
Okay, that's my turn then.
Alright, so gazebo number 3 is down. Remove that from initiative order. That makes it the giant crab's turn. And it's currently grappled. It is going to attempt to crab rave its way out of this grapple. So it's going to roll on its strength. 18.
Do I need to roll as well? I do, don't I?
You do.
Is that still with advantage?
Why did you have advantage last time?
Because he was medium or smaller.
Yeah, you'll still have advantage then.
28. Natural 20.
Oh my God, all the nat 20s.
All the nat 20s. Where were these last week? I haven't.
We were saving up.
I haven't planned enough content for you guys to do this well. Yeah, so he struggles and unfortunately cannot free himself of Briggy's hand, and so he remains grappled. Right. Damn it, you confused me with the roll 20 beeps. Gershaw. Alright, where did I put the death die? It's there. Alright, and that brings us down to gazebo number 1, who is still standing. Now, what can he do?
Actually, wait, can I use my reaction? When something starts to turn in my space, they take necrotic damage.
When did you set that reaction?
Oh, no, it just happens. Like, it's just a part of being Druid of the Spores. You
Oh,
can
it's
use
an
it whenever
actual
you
reaction now. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, how does the damage get dealt?
want. Con something? 1 second. Let's see. Con 15, or it takes 2d6.
Con 15, alright. It passes. What happens if it passes?
Okay, then nothing happens.
Alright. It is going to attack you, Sharid.
Snap.
So, for its first of 4 total attacks, it goes in with the pincer, and it hits, and it deals 16 bludgeoning damage. It attacks you. Actually, before the second attack, can you roll for concentration?
Yes. That is a fail. I'm gonna inspiration that. That is a fail.
Okay, so the giant crab is no longer giant. Oh. Thank you. As the Balor roars, as it turns back into its original form, still somewhat grappled by Briggy's hand. And as it sees its master regain its original form, the Glabrazu, or Gazebo, turns to Solgra and goes in for the second pincer attack. That's not gonna hit. Alright, not to be deterred by its inability to pinch Solgra, he's gonna try punching Solgra instead. And that first one will hit, and that is 2 damage after your rage. And he's gonna punch you again. And he crits, doing a whopping 7 damage after rage.
Well done. We're proud of him.
Even without rage, that was a 14 on a crit. And that will end his turn. Meaning it's now Sharid's turn.
Right. If I Goodberry Gershaw, is that an interaction or is that a full action?
Depends
like,
how you good.
Rather than baby birding it, to just like put it in his mouth.
So you're giving him an item.
Yeah.
You flavor a lot of stuff, so I just need to be certain. It's not like a spell.
Yeah, I just want to like make Gershaw 1 HP by making him eat Goodberry.
Yeah, that would be an interaction.
Okay. Then I'm
you are
disengage.
gonna have to be next to him. Yeah. So you
Yeah.
have to...
Yeah. So I'm gonna disengage, move over here, and then feed Gershaw the Goodberry.
Oh, one moment.
Did you have to disengage if you move still?
I would have died to the Balor.
Oh, the other one. Okay.
Hey, lock your door. You're in danger.
DM, it's coming for you. Actually, I think you should rage just in case. So how has everyone's day been? Chat? What's up in the lives of chat?
My apologies, that is the most interesting way I've ever had D&D derailed for me. Lindsay, you are the best.
Did you get a McFlurry?
we have ice cream downstairs now. Thank you, Lindsay.
Inspiration for Lindsay.
Inspiration for Lindsay, for sure. First time Lindsay plays, she's going to have multiple inspiration. so, I didn't think you would, though. Oh, thank you. Anyway, what was going on there? Completely lost my train of thought now for the best reasons.
Right, so I disengaged.
You disengaged, correct. You
right,
did.
And I want to use my interaction to give Gershaw the berry and give him a good old baby bird.
Alright, so you disengaged from the Balor. You're still technically engaged with the gazebo. So that's an action that you've used, and your interaction now is to give Gershaw the good berry, and that will bring Gershaw back up to 1 HP and groggy.
Excellent. And then, like, so just to confirm before I do this, like, disengage just lets you disengage, like, from everything, right?
I'm not sure if it's from everything or from just one thing, 'cause you're technically in combat with two things from where you were stood. And you're technically still in combat in, like, reach range now of...
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks for the rest of the turn.
Okay.
That's all it says. Yeah, so that's everything, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna pat Gershaw on the shoulder and yeet my maximum distance away.
Okay, so Gershaw is now no longer in the death zone. Which is good, because if we'd done one more turn and he'd rolled a fail, he would be perma-dead.
It's not.
Whoop whoop.
Well, shit.
You realise that you're conscious now, so you can bring the camera back on.
Yeah, I know.
I'm concerned. Alright, does that end your turn then, Cactus? Cacto.
I was muted, sorry. Yeah, that's all.
Cool, that means it's now Fanny Boss's turn.
Gain. Or you're muted, I don't know.
Gain. I'm gonna take a risk and try a bonk.
All
With
right.
advantage,
Well, you
because
have
he's
advantage
grappled.
because he's currently grappled, yeah.
Yes. Okay. Right.
So
I shall-
roll to hit the Balor.
Shall roll. 15 is plus 9. 26.
That will hit.
Nice. And then that's 6. Plus 5. First damage is 11. And second damage is 4. 15 for the first one.
Alright, so minus 11 and... Cool.
Alright, second attack. It's with advantage, so 20 plus 9. 27
That will hit.
again. Well, yeah. Plus 5. 9 plus. Let's roll. 86. Plus 8.
Also read party chat.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
Alright, so 9 and 8. Cool.
Hold on. No.
Alright, Russell, so far I think you've put the most amount of damage into this thing.
Right, I'm going to do a second wind as well.
Oh! Go for it.
Yeah.
Make sure you don't forget to rage also.
Yeah.
Haha.
So you can take less damage.
Wrong campaign.
Yeah. Okay. Gonna heal, and it's 1d10, I think. Yeah, look. 1d10 plus 10, so I'm gonna roll for that.
Okay.
Cool. And that's my turn.
Alrighty, and that brings us down to Oscar.
Yes, sir. I can bonk it. Right.
I'm typing that into party chat right now. It's the third song in half an hour that we've sung at the same time.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Yes, I would like to bonke. So I would like to Chaos Bolt, if I may. Which I just need to check that again. Sorry. Apologies, everybody. I was like, I definitely know what I'm doing, and then the moment I unmuted, I was like, shit. I definitely do not know what I'm doing.
That's it. Okay, so Chaos Bolt, you need to roll to hit, right?
Yes.
Alright.
Yes.
Who are
it
you,
is a
who are you Chaos
7.
Bolting? You're going for the big man?
The small man.
Okay.
20 plus 7. 192.
That will hit.
Excellent. And so that will be. Now I want to cast this at a higher level. Yeah. So if I cast this at 4th level, is it 2d8 plus how many d6s?
I don't have you.
3d6. 3d6. Okay.
Alright.
4, 2d8. I just can't count. It's fine. 3d6.
4th level, you said, because then it's 4d6.
It's every level above first. So.
But first also has 1d6.
Yeah, like it just says it on your spell. Like 4th level is 4d6.
I'm amazing at this. Okay, 4d6. So that is 24.
24 damage.
Does it matter what type?
No.
Cool.
And that will kill him.
Yes, sir. I can bonke.
And
Yes.
again, like the others, you hear the hellfire begin to burn from underneath the demon as he is dragged into the earth down below to the realm from whence he came. You can see the claw marks left behind as he's dragged, all 4 arms leaving those gouges in the stone below, leaving you with just the Balor. Is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
I'm happy. I can't do, no. That would be a stupid question because I cannot. Look at me, learning not to ask stupid questions. Just gonna make sure I can't do that.
There are no stupid questions,
I
only
can't do
stupid
that.
answers.
No, there are stupid questions. there are definitely stupid questions. I will, in fact, do Le Bardic Inspiration for Lagersha.
Alright.
Yeah, cool.
Cool, that brings us now back up to the top of the initiative order, and it is now Solgra's turn.
Cool. I am going to use my interaction to literally just drop a potion of greater healing on Kersha's feet.
I mean, you can hand it to him.
No, I don't want to.
Alright.
It's up to him whether he wants to pick it up or not.
Thank you.
And then I'm going to move forward.
Alright.
And I'm going to attempt to hit him.
Roll to hit.
That is not the right chat. Right, so it's 12, but I'd like to use my Cardic.
Bear with as I pull from the deck of cards. Digitally. Because for some reason I don't have a deck of cards on hand. Shuffle the deck. Pull a card. 7. You're adding 7.
19.
And a 19 will hit.
Cool. $16 damage.
16 damage. Alright.
Then I'm going to use my second attack in my action. So I'm going to roll to hit again.
Alright.
It's 13.
Will not hit.
Yeah.
Some inspiration.
Hmm?
Would you like some inspiration? Soldier, please come take it.
Okay, I will take the inspiration and roll again. 21.
That will hit.
I knew that you could do this.
14.
14 damage. Right.
So, correct me if I'm wrong. But the passing over the potion is classed as a free action, is it not?
That
Or
would
is
be
it
your
classed as a
interaction.
What?
That would be your interaction.
My interaction. So do I still have my bonus action?
You do.
Cool. Then I'm gonna go and hit him again.
Classic.
Alright, roll to hit.
Ah, damn it, 12.
That will not hit.
Would you like one more inspiration?
You need to sing it as a Frozen song.
Would you like an inspiration? No. Would you?
Someone clip that.
Would you like some inspiration? No.
I will happily take your inspiration if.
It is yours.
Okay, bye.
Okay, but
Well, it's 14 anyway, so.
Ooh.
Will
It's
not
because he
hit.
didn't have enough feeling in it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Where's the feel, man?
Alright, so that
guys are the
ends
worst.
your turn, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's Thratos.
Fucking hell. Okay. So, Thratos is gonna swivel his stick. What is it called? Like his walking stick? What is it called? I forget now. His quarterstaff very fancily and make it look very fancy, but really he's just gonna cast magic missile like a little bitch. But at the same time, he's also gonna instruct Briggy's hands to squeeze a bit harder You do damage as well. Kind of a double whammy, which does nothing except for flavor, but you know, it's fun anyway.
Stop talking!
Right, roll the damages then.
You guys are all children, dear God. Come on.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
Let me start with the squeeze.
Okay.
It's gonna be 12 damage, crushing damage. No, sorry, bludgeoning damage.
Alright.
Squeezing damage.
And then level 3 magic missile on top
Wait, he's not medium anymore.
True. What does that mean?
What does that mean? What did you have to roll for this? Can you still squeeze even if he's
It depends on what he is.
He's now huge.
Ricky's hands can squeeze a huge, but it's without advantage.
Alright. Roll disadvantage then.
Wait, what am I rolling? Sorry, the strength check.
Yeah, strength check against him.
With disadvantage.
With disadvantage, yeah.
11.
Okay, that's not gonna pass.
Okay, so I take it that the squeeze doesn't actually happen then.
No.
Given that is.
It is unfortunately gonna just sort of push it away slightly so it's not grappled.
Am I allowed to change that hand's action? Assuming
yes.
that.
Yeah. I'll let you.
Okay.
I'll let you do over.
Well, given that the squeezing has ended, Ricky's hand is gonna go in for a slap.
Roll to hit.
Kinky.
It's
Wait, no, that's the wrong. Sorry, that's damage. I need to roll to hit. My bad.
Yeah, and it's magical, so you'll need to roll at a disadvantage against the Balor.
I've actually found it. Hang on. Melee spell attack for the hand using your game statistics, right? So a melee spell attack at.
It'll be
Are
your.
you
It'll be your. The stats on
Yeah.
your spell sheet page. Yeah.
And disadvantage, you said.
Disadvantage. Yeah.
17.
That's not gonna hit.
Okay. Yeah, just a magic missile then.
All right. Roll your damage.
That's 20. Whatever that is, magic damage, I think.
20 magic. Okay. So. There we go. And is there anything else you want to do with your turn?
Well, action. I've done bonus action. Well, I suppose a bit of tactical thinking is always good. I'm gonna move back a square. And that's me.
Alright. And that brings us to M. It's your turn.
It is my turn. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm doing some crying.
I see the quotes.
I am gonna stay here and I'm gonna try. Oh, we didn't decide anything on the Scarface crossbows, didn't we? In the end.
Not in the end, no.
Would you rather I didn't use it?
I was gonna rule it as it takes a full turn and all of your actions in that turn to reload it, and I might introduce potential misfires in the future. But for now, I'm just gonna make it take so next turn you won't be able to do anything but fix up the crossbow for the next attack.
Fix up the crossbows. Okay.
That's still a really good deal on Homebrew.
Yes.
Like, I really
How
need to
many
nerf it
shots
more.
do I get?
It's 6.
7. 6.
Wait, wait, one turn.
Okay, I will pew normally then.
Alright. Roll to hit.
Yep. 16, which I don't think.
That will not hit now.
So I'm gonna use my other inspiration to roll it again, and it's a nat 20. And I believe I have sneak attack because
You do.
there's a bunch of stuff. So that is gonna be 41 of added damage, which is my maximum output. Which then I roll 1d6 plus 5 and 41, it's 46. 52. Maximum.
52 damage against the Balor. Nice. And I
Pew!
believe that will end your turn. Oh, and since
No, I have another crossbow.
oh, sorry, yeah, that wasn't your bonus
I
action, was
used
it?
my inspiration.
Sorry, my bad.
Yes,
My bad. I wasn't tracking that properly.
it's okay. I'll be 20
We'll play the little
plus.
bow quickly for that first hit.
Yeah, I rolled an 11 for the other one, so let's say I just ended my turn early. Okay.
And the second
and
one just shoots right past and misses.
I shoot at the sky because I was happy.
Firing at the darkness.
Yeah!
Alright, and I guess that means that it is now the Balor's turn.
Uh-oh.
So, first things first. Solgra, you are going to take 20 fire damage. Fanny Boss, you are going to take 17 fire damage. From its aura of fire that is emanating all around it. Everyone within 5 feet will take damage. And does the hand have anything?
I'm just checking. It has an AC, so I think it does take damage, yeah.
Alright, then the hand is going to take 15 fire damage. Assuming it has... will that just get rid of it, or does it have health?
It has health. It has decent health, actually.
Well, minus 15 from that health.
Okay.
Alright. And... the demon is going to move. It's going to fly. It's going to provoke several attacks of opportunity. So, as it begins to move, Solgra, Fanny Boss, and the hand all get an attack of opportunity, starting with Solgra. Roll to hit.
17.
That will not hit, unfortunately. Fanny Boss, roll to hit.
Right. Hold on. Caps lock was on. There we go. 29. That's a nat 20.
Holy crap! Yep, that will roll you crit. You got a crit on a reaction. Holy crap!
How did I crit again? It's been ages.
Work out your maximum damage, and then roll as normal. Then add your maximum damage to it.
Okay. So that's 15. Hold on, my max damage would be. Let me get this out. That'd be 12.
17.
So it'd be 17. Plus the fire damage would be. Oh shit. Let me write this down. Or something. Notepad. Do-do-do, 17. And my max fire would be 12 on top of that, so it'd be...
Keep your fire and slashing separate if possible, so I can know what
Oh,
to
okay.
as well.
Right. So my max...
He do be a fiery person resistant to fire.
Alright. So I'll roll my actual damage, and then add 17 on it then.
Yep.
So it'd be 15 and 17. So that's 32.
So 32
For the
from your
base.
slashing.
Yes. For the fire, that will be 12 plus whatever. Get here. Oh wow.
So 12 plus...
12 plus 9.
Alright. So... That's done a fair bit of damage right there. That is... I mean, as a crit should. No, we're going to play that crit sound again. That is a hefty hefty chunk of damage, despite the fact that he is resistant to fire. You still feel like you've done some nasty damage to him there. And finally, can we have the hand roll to hit?
Sorry, yes. Apologies.
I heard clacking and assumed that was you typing.
That's the wrong spell. Ignore that. Please. No, ignore that. It does not hit.
It does not hit. Okay, so now that you've all rolled your attacks to hit, the Balor flies and lands here. And it is going to... First, it's going to attack with the whip.
Oh boy.
And it's going to attack Sharid using the whip.
Just whip.
Does an 18 hit?
That's exactly my armor class. I don't know.
Oh, in that case, I don't think it does. No, it needs to roll above your AC. So no, you are lucky. He rolled exactly your AC, and you are safe. But that doesn't mean that M is safe, as he turns the other way with his long sword and roll. I'm assuming a 33 hits.
Potentially.
And it is going to do... is going to do...
Oh, I will use my reaction and just in case.
So you take half?
Half damage, yes.
Alright, so from slashing damage, you are taking 11 slashing damage.
Okay.
And you are going to also be taking 13 lightning damage.
So 24.
24 total, yeah.
Okay.
And that is all he can do on his turn, which brings us to Gershaw.
I'm gonna do the thing.
Go ahead and do the thing. I knew it when you didn't bring your camera back on.
Right, so obviously the vest could not be found, but improvising. So I call upon my connection to the mysterious god, Shaggy. And activate Ultra Instinct.
Oh my god.
Amazing.
I'm gonna move over here. And I'm going to use the aptly named Key Lance and spend the remaining of my key points, which is 5, but due to being an Ultra Instinct gets times by 3 to 15, to initiate an attack which prompts a Dex saving throw.
Alright.
I have no idea what the number is, so I'm going to ask Briggy to determine this.
Let me go check the attack there.
It's a straight line. Creatures in 100 foot of a line must make a Dex saving throw.
On your character sheet, have you got any spells or anything else that require a Dex saving throw on them?
No, I have one which requires a con saving throw of 13, and my constitution is 14, so maybe a Dex 13.
Dex 13? Alright.
Don't the arms have it?
Now,
Yes, what's up?
because the attack also times as the key points spent by 2, or sorry, the dice by 2, this attack is going to do 30d12.
So that's a Dex 13 saving throw.
Yep.
Wait, Oscar, can you cutting words that too?
I can indeed. I'm going to sing Bonke. Bonke.
Remind me, cutting words as what?
It's like a bardic inspiration, but the other way around. It takes 1d8 off. Or no, it adds 1. It takes 1d8 off. Yeah.
Right, roll that 1d8 for me, please.
I shall indeed. Give me one moment. I've forgotten how keyboards work. -1.
-1.
It's okay.
Can we inspire that?
No, it's okay. It's okay,
Oh, okay.
because on a successful one, he only takes half damage.
So unfortunately,
Okay.
he does pass that with a 14.
Well, he takes half of 188, so he takes 99 damage.
But a bitch ain't one.
Alright, he takes 99 damage. That would be force, I'm guessing.
Yep.
So is it magical or is it not magical? 'Cause that's
Nope.
not magical. Okay.
GG's. Now.
So, Gershaw, how do you want to do this?
Oh my.
Well,
GG's for real.
for once in Gershaw's life, he is finally to be taken seriously. He looks at his opponent with newfound confidence in this weird aura surrounding his body, and charges a microscopically thin beam of light. Seeming to be doing nothing to anything in its path, apart from after the few seconds after, realizing the damage in its wake, after it eviscerates the chest cavity of the battle.
You definitely eviscerate it. You blow a huge, gaping hole in the center of the Balor. You see a few droplets of blood and some fire from underneath, but you completely and utterly decimate and vaporize the core of this demon. And as it looks back at you with fear in its eyes, it begins to move towards you, raising its sword, and as it takes 2 steps, the ground beneath it begins to open up and crumble as it moves. Raging hellfire spouts from underneath and begins to reclaim the body of the Balor, dragging it against its will as it claws the earth back below the ground. And as it finally sinks beneath, the ground reforms itself, leaving only steep carved scratches as proof of the Balor's existence. Within a few seconds of the Balor's demise, Gershaw, you fall unconscious.
What? Did you know he could do that?
Are you sure that's the real Gersha? Does Gersha have a twin brother? Do you think he can hear us?
Did his hair grow back?
Blood looking spicy.
I'm gonna
Did
go
he
up
have
to
that the whole time?
He's currently laid out on the ground, completely ragdolled and unconscious. The power that you saw flowing through him moments ago seems to have dissipated and left him. He looks to be alive.
Okay, well, we'll gossip for a bit longer and then we'll see if we can help him.
Does that mean that we have another chance to give him another mullet?
His hair begins to fade and naturally return to its pre-designated mullet form.
Can we draw one on?
Draw a mullet on
Can
his
we go
mullet.
and see if he's okay?
Does he still have the crab on his face?
Yeah, actually, I guess he does. Because at no point has he ever tried to clean it off.
I'm gonna go grab the health potion and put a good berry in it for good measure. And then take it over to unconscious Gershaw and baby bird him some health potion berry soup.
Alright. You will do the, so Charles, you can do the roll for the potion of healing, +1 for the good berry. However, it will not make Gershaw conscious just yet. But you will be healed. But you separately from that remain unconscious.
What's the roll? Is it 1d8 plus 4 then?
Yeah. That sounds right.
11.
So you back up to, well, you had 11 to whatever you had before, and now, which I think was 1.
So 12.
So 12. You got 12 HP, but Gershaw remains laid unconscious on the ground.
I want to message him.
Message
Point at him and say, "Son, are you okay in there?"
There will be no way for him to respond currently. Roll a Arcana for me, Thratos.
+8. +8.
Imagine if you had less, it would have been even lower.
You can borrow my inspiration if you want.
Oh God bless. That would.
Steal it from the unconscious.
That would
get
actually
like
be nice.
over.
I'm so pissed. +8.
Alright.
Probably the only time I'm gonna ever roll this roll.
The
I
Wizard
will
of the Clean
take it,
Arcana.
I'll do it. Okay.
I'm gonna let you have this. 12, I'll consider it to be high enough. So, Thratos, you, in attempting to send a message or communicate in any way whatsoever to Gershaw, you can't fully understand what has happened or how he achieved such power. This is something completely alien to you. You've never heard of anything like this before in your studies, never heard any other mages speaking about it, but you can sense something of the divine in regards to Gershaw right now. It looks and, in a sense, feels similar to some sort of shielding, with a touch of divinity to it. But other than that, you've finally come across something that you've never seen or experienced at all in your long life as a practitioner of the magical arts. This is completely new to you. You do seem to have some innate understanding, as if it was sort of given to you, that Gershaw is alive and well, and that he will heal and recover in time, but you are not sure how long that will be.
Thratos mumbles to himself, must be homebrew, and addresses the party and says, he's alive, for what it's worth.
It makes sense. Both of the crustaceans so far have been pretty resilient. Although I like this one more than the other one.
Must be the hard shell.
I think it's the hair, actually. The other crustacean had no mullet.
It's at this point that the rebels finally catch up to the party as they've been running. They witnessed this key lance completely eviscerate a Balor in front of them before they could reach you. And Astoria looks on at the seven of you with shock and awe. And the first thing she does is walk over to Thratos, and with a whisper, she says, do you think you could do that again?
I don't even know what he did.
I don't think he could do it right now.
And she sort of spins on her heels to look at Solgra and says, "Well, yeah, I didn't mean right now, but that could be kind of useful in the palace."
I think he's unconscious. I mean, I'm no doctor. I mean, I'm a doctor.
And one of the closest rebel to you says, "Of course, Dr. Sharid. How can we help the patient? Surely you know what is best for this man."
Yeah, just comfort food and bed rest. He's already got the good berries, and he's getting the bed rest right now. Yes. He'll be
He's
just
on
fine.
the floor. The floor is his favorite place.
It's true.
And the rebels look all around them, seeing the burning buildings and the crumbling ruins of their former city, and the demons and the abyssal chickens, and one of them just asks, "Are you sure this is the best place for bed rest?"
Yeah, this is his happy place. Anything with the floor is good enough for him. He likes it that way.
That's all well and good for him, but I don't think we can stay stood out here in the main street in plain view of the palace for very long.
That's fair.
Carry him then.
The
And I
rebel,
snap my
the rebel
fingers
gives you
very
a
importantly.
incredulous look, and just sort of huffs as he walks over and attempts to lift Gershaw. And as he attempts to lift Gershaw off of the ground, he finds that he cannot move Gershaw. It almost looks comedic as this Dragonborn tries to grab Gershaw by the shoulders and lift him off the ground, and it looks like he's almost magnetically sealed to the floor.
To the floor.
Told you he liked the floor.
I want to look at that guy and say, well, not so sassy now, are we? And then get the amber, get the leaves, and make a rolly and have a smoke.
To which this rebel dragonborn stood looking at you as he fails to pick Gershaw off the floor. Sort of just mouth gaping. Eventually turns to Astoria and says, "We're meant to be assaulting the palace, right?" And she says, that is the plan. As she turns to look at the Sneven and says, "That is the plan, right?"
No.
Yeah, I guess so.
Can we tiny hut over Gershaw and sort out what the hell's going on in the palace?
Yes.
You want to leave him here?
Not particularly, but it seems to be welded to the floor.
Can we see if he can slide across the floor?
Yeah, let's drag him.
Instead of lifting him, can we slide him? Maintaining contact with the floor the entire time so he feels comfortable.
You make a few attempts in different ways to try and move him along the floor, sort of slide him, even attempting to mimic some sort of curling. Nothing works. He seems to be completely magnetized to the floor, unable to move.
Back to tiny hut plan?
I know it seems like the safest bet.
Yep, I can do that. I can indeed.
Is there any more that we can do on Gersh to figure out? I know we don't have the knowledge, but anything that we can inspect to give us more clues? Or Solga, can you slap him?
That was my next thought.
Yeah, that seems to work often. I would. My strength damage is 0 for an armed attack, so. Not
Can I
worth it.
give Solgra a guidance on that bonus slap?
Yeah.
Cherry ho, good chap. Swing from the hips.
You don't need to roll to hit. He's unconscious and on the floor. So you hit.
What is my unarmed strike? It's just gonna be 5 bludgeoning damage.
Alright. Cool.
Is he gonna have to do that saving throws again now? Oh no!
You slap him.
Okay. After the slap, I'm gonna go rub some better berry juice on the slap wound to try and patch it up a little bit. To just grab like a little better berry, make a little berry poultice.
Cool.
Is there anything different about him except for the fact that he's magnetized to the floor? Does he look any different? Is he, is there anything? that we
Roll either Arcana or Perception for me, whatever's higher.
Okay, so Gershaw has healed 8 after the slap.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Oh. Russell's camera went off, so everything's slightly out of sync, but that's fine.
Break or something at some point as well, or do you wanna?
Hey, who did we lose? We lost Russell.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
It's mad. Funny wasn't.
So while we wait for Russell's return, what was going on? There was the berry, and then
I got 16 on perception.
Perception, right? Okay, so you can see just the more you focus, it comes into view. It's you're not sure if it was always there, or if it's just recent. Maybe it's because you finally took a moment to look beyond your own reality. But you actually see a sort of swirling, magical aura around Gershaw's body. Currently, the aura is sort of mimicking his body shape as he's laid out on the floor, and not really exuding too far from it, but it does look as if it's sort of got him covered at the moment.
I think he has some sort of barrier around him.
Gershaw, what colour's your aura?
I think it's going to be.
I think he's out gold.
Alright, in that case it's yellow.
So does it look like he pissed himself?
He has a golden aura.
Look at your goddamn DMs.
Did you answer in DMs? Sorry, it's green.
Oh, okay.
It's a green aura.
Does that mean he farted? Like he farted
Looks
real
a little bit like
bad.
barium.
These are the kinds of things you will have to ask him once he's conscious.
Fair.
You
He
could
probably won't know that he farted.
you could hypothesize.
You know when you pass out, do you know that you fart and it's green?
But as
Please
of
never
the
do
moment,
that again.
the only one that can see this aura visually is Solgra. None of the others of you can see it, not even Thratos.
Well, Thratos is not bothered anymore. He's just chilling and waiting till the party's ready to go. He doesn't actually know this person, or any of them for that matter, more than like 2 days. So he's like, yeah, let them take care of it.
Thratos, you begin to hear movement at the gate to the palace. What sounds like heavy footfalls of steel armor.
Can I see anything?
No, the gate is currently closed, but you do hear on the other side of it movement. You can assume it's possibly the royal guard.
Yeah, guys, we should get out of here.
Yeah. Can we take a break?
No, we should get
the
out.
guards and also yeah.
Yeah, a break sounds like a good idea actually. Because I was hoping for a shorter session because it's too damn hot this week. So break right now is a good one. So I will let everyone go do their breaks. I'll put us on the Beer Out back screen, and you guys can do a drop, and I can finally go assault the ice cream that Lindsay donated. But we will be back.
Attack on ice cream.
Attack on ice cream. Is the drop not working? Why is Pixel Drop not working?
I may attempt to procure some ice cream myself.
I get some coffee.
We may be out of ice cream,
Alright.
which is a terrible, terrible situation, but we will cope somehow.
Apologies, my beautiful audience, but unfortunately it looks like Pixel Drop has decided to be all dead on me for some reason. I don't know why. Why are you not working? But
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
I will in a minute. I need to go get a break first. I'll be right back.
Alright. Coffee time. I wonder, can they still hear us on stream?
I'm pretty sure they can, yes.
Oh, well, I guess we can hijack the stream a little bit before Briggy gets back. Hey, everybody. How you doing?
Hey, hey, hey!
Hey, hey, hey!
Bit connect!
Indeed.
Oh.
Bit connect.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Spicy boy.
Very spicy.
So how's chat? How's everyone getting on? It's not a fart aura. It's just green.
As now.
Nah. Not even my cool moment can be cool. It has to be shit.
Yeah.
It was really cool though, to be honest.
I mean,
It was cool, but also, yeah, it's never gonna be cool.
I mean,
That's just the
green
way it
farts
is.
would be pretty fun.
Nah. Alright, my house, alright. Nah. Hey, hey. Welcome back. What ice cream have you got? Oh,
Cream
shit.
One. Oh, the flake. Oh. Oh! Ah! I've got a marmalade sandwich.
There we go. And now I'm not muted on stream. I am monitoring the ice cream. Thank you, Lindsay. It is delicious. It's doing a damn good job of keeping me cool. I can't see the cameras. Who's not back? Or am I the last one? Oh wait, actually. Alright, before Shlee gets back, there is one thing I forgot to do regarding that last fight.
What's that? Gay.
Because I was just so overwhelmed with that epic display from Charles, I just need to go back on Roll20 now and look at the distance everyone was from the Balor when it died.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Because it has death throws.
What do you mean death throws?
It has a move called death throws. Charles was 15 feet, Oscar was 30 feet. Okay, so the only two that are safe are Solgra and Fanny Boss.
Uh-oh.
I react to this, or is this just happening?
I mean, you stood next to it when it died. So death throws. When the Balor dies, it explodes. And each creature within 30 feet of it must make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, it's a saving throw, bugger.
I think if this is when my ability is still active, then
No, you're fine. You're the only one that doesn't have to roll for this right now, essentially.
Cool.
Fanny Boss, Solgra, and Gershaw are all safe.
18.
Oh, yeah.
Let me just bring the cameras back now since we're all back from break, so you can see. And yes, Lindsay, it was the right ice cream. I mean, any ice cream would have been the right ice cream, but goddamn, I like that ice cream.
18 as well.
Sorry.
Oh, that's the wrong cam. There we go. So, an 18 from
Sorry.
Threatos and an 18 from Sharid.
Dex saving throw.
Dex saving throw, one from... Well, I need M and Oscar to roll for me, please.
24.
What are we rolling? Sorry.
dex saving throw.
Dex saving throw.
18.
18. Okay. So the only one that passed that was M.
Uh-oh.
M, you are going to take 32 fire damage.
Briggy,
Yeah.
when I am subjected to an effect that allows me to make a dex saving throw to take only half damage, you instead take no damage if you succeed on the saving throw.
M, you take 0 damage and you somehow, like the cheeky rogue you are, avoid a point-blank explosion.
M would like to dab right now.
Wait, 32 is like half.
While you are dabbing, Thratos, you take 67 fire damage.
That's half because I'm a fucking dragon.
You take you take 33 fire damage.
Can Kratos,
33.
43? 33.
33.
can Kratos also dab? That would be epic.
He can dab, but he's a little bit singed.
That noise, what the fuck?
Oscar, you
had
take
no
was his
idea
bones.
it was-
you take 64 fire damage.
Good thing too, because that would have outright killed, like knocked me out. Otherwise,
I think Oscar might not have heard.
Oscar, are you looking at memes?
Sorry, I'm spaced out.
You take
You might see why later.
you take 64 fire damage. That should unspace you.
That is quite a lot.
And finally, Sharid, you take 72 fire damage.
I dead.
Does that outright kill you?
I don't think so.
No, it just knocks you outright.
Well, I did double my current HP, but
No,
It needs to go
it
over
needs to
your
go over your
HP.
maximum HP.
okay.
Like, in reverse. So it needs to be
Yeah.
like minus.
Yeah,
if you're like 90, then,
otherwise if you're on 1 HP, you'd be dying all the time. If you took like
Right.
2 damage.
And then I'm knocked out. Somehow managed to get all that roleplay in with the guard and pretend to be a doctor. And the moment anyone touches me, I fall over and just collapse.
Yeah. It's a Looney Tunes moment, which is apt for Sharid.
I'm still not down on that shit.
Yeah, so at this point we now have Gershaw and Sharid lying unconscious on the ground. There are no saving throws here because you're out of combat, so you will be stabilized. Can I have Thratos and M roll a perception check for me, please?
Alright.
Perception.
Perception.
$20.
5.
The bit that
I lost
wasn't
my glasses.
Yeah, the bit that wasn't protected was your glasses.
You drop them with the dab.
Okay, so the aura that I was mentioning earlier to Solgra, you can now see that aura as well around Gershaw. Now, both you and Solgra, you notice the minute that Sharid falls over, somewhat close to Gershaw, that a portion of the aura begins to extend itself towards Sharid and envelops him.
He's contaminated as well. We need to burn them. Now. 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 Green.
Calm.
I mean,
I
Sharid was
will-
just burned. I don't think
Burn
burning's
him
gonna
more.
help. He's looking a bit like KFC right now.
Don't put me in the mood for some chicken.
God damn.
He doesn't need a coffin, he needs a bucket.
Ooh, if only we had a bucket.
I would like to hesitantly try and put my hand towards the aura and try and touch it and see whether like my slap actually like hit Gershaw or whether it hit the aura.
Your hand stops at the aura.
It's definitely some form of protection.
Don't get infected too, Solgra, please.
I'll be right.
Then barbarians have like disease resistance anyway.
You really think I know?
Sorry, disease resistance is too many words.
Can you put the pigeon's face instead of the KFC guy?
Colonel Sharid.
He just wakes up. I am delicious.
Your finger licking good? So, what do we do? Can we move Sharid from the floor? Solgra, try it.
I will try and, like, as gently as I can, seeing as he's slightly singed, pull him.
Same problem. You can't move him in the same way that you can't move Gershaw.
No, Sharid is a floor person as well. Sorry, a floor bird. Floor bird.
They make him a duck. Like chicken.
Makes me chicken, right?
Yeah, chicken.
I feel like we don't have the time to sit here and wait for this to resolve itself. We need to.
You had a plan, didn't you? Cast a HUD around it. And
Yeah,
you can be.
that was what I was going to suggest again. Cast Tiny Hut and make our
Is
way.
Tiny Hut not already going?
Did you cast it?
I did cast it, yeah.
In which case, yeah, there is a tiny hut around
Yeah.
the currently unconscious bodies of Sharid and Gershaw.
Should someone stay with them?
I would happily stay in the tiny hut with Gersha.
I have no idea how many people we're going to need, how many people we're going to need in there and what we're going to face.
Briggy, how many people are we at Astoria?
There are 5 rebel soldiers and Astoria with you, so it's 6. Although you, I mean, this might be a big hint, but let's just say only one of those 6 people is named.
Should we have the 5 people, the unnamed people here?
The 5.
The ones have red shirts.
Yeah, I was literally about to say, yeah, the 5 rebels actually have red undershirts under their armor.
Oh, fuck.
Wait, what? So they're not.
It means you're gonna die. It means you're gonna die.
Oh, so they're not gonna betray us, they're just gonna die.
They're just nameless bystanders. They're like the actors that don't get paid to be in the movie.
But they get in the credits. Unnamed rebel number 1.
Yeah, those are the ones.
Oh, fuck. Uh-oh. Well...
Right, does anyone need to heal before we go in? Do you have any potions on you? If anyone else?
I mean, I could do with a short rest.
Don't think so.
You could take short rest.
Yeah.
The wooden gates of the palace begin to slowly creak open.
I am going to pass my last potion over to Fanny Boss.
Thank you. What potion is it? Is it a greater one or?
I think it's greater.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. And that is I can't see shit.
4d4 plus 4.
Okay. Can I take a? I'm gonna take a short rest as well. Then.
Wait,
A short rest is 4
No, I don't
hours.
think-
You don't have 4 hours.
Don't know, 4 hours. Okay.
The
I was
gates,
kind of joking
the
when
gates
I-
in front of you are slowly creaking open. You have
All right.
very short amount of time to not be in the middle of the street when they actually start to open further.
I want to make my way south into the housings.
Alright, you head into the housing. It's all crumbled around you. Solgar, you have control of the icon on Roll20.
I'm gonna go with Thratos if anyone has any objections.
And
Astoria
sorry, I got
and
distracted by something that I will tell you later because it's hilarious. But we're following Thratos to the gates.
No, I'm going
Wait.
south into the houses, hiding from the gates.
I follow Solgra. I follow Solgra, not Thratos. But Solgra who's following Thratos.
the rebels are ahead of Solgar and M as Astoria and the rebels follow Thratos into the house very quickly. I assume Fanny Boss and Oscar are also following along.
Yeah.
And no, I'm dragging them with me.
Okay,
No.
so as the party moves into this burnt out manor to the south of you, just off of the street where you had that brawl with the demons, as you begin to hide and get yourself out of sight, those of you that can still see into the street notice something very strange as the bodies of Gershaw and Sharid begin to levitate. And
You're off the floor.
making absolutely no sounds whatsoever, nothing is audible. The bodies, side by side, continue to levitate and float, following the party into the manor.
The plot armor thickens. That's good though, that's actually good news.
Can I
Side.
can I stand on one of them like a skateboard, but it's like hovering?
Hoverboard!
Roll a dexterity throw for me.
Okay.
A dexterity saving throw. Or a dexterity check.
Saving
sorry.
throw. Okay.
Make it acrobatics. Make it acrobatics.
If you stand on board, you could be like Jean-Claude Van Damme between the two trucks.
Not athletics now.
No, acrobatics. I'm making you roll your legit acrobatics score for this.
Okay. Oh shit. It's 11.
As you attempt to climb on top of Gershaw and Sharid, sort of like one leg on either body, doing your best to imitate the Jean-Claude Van Damme truck meme, you manage to stand atop the two of them for all of 2 seconds before some sort of ripple under your feet throws you off of them. And you land gracefully on the floor beside the bodies, but you don't seem to be able to remain on the bodies for too long before you're thrown aside.
Bruh. I'll do a backflip just to make up for it.
As a result, you can now also see the aura.
What's happening
Animals,
outside?
we're meant to be hiding.
As you turn to look outside onto the street after this slight distraction from Fanny Bosch, you see a contingent of real guards currently stood where you were just fighting, investigating the street, specifically prodding a tiny hut.
Oh, the hut is still there. It's like the Smurfs episode where they
How
have
big
to...
is the contingent?
It is 3 real guard. One of them looks to be wearing. Actually, as Stratos, you would know. One of them is one of the head guards of the palace, wearing a significantly more ornate uniform than the other 2 with him. One of them uses a halberd to continually prod at the tiny hut, and they begin to stand watch, looking at the hut, but not being able to see inside of it. They don't know that there is nothing in the tiny hut. They just know that there is now a tiny hut in the middle of the street, and clear scratch marks from the death of the Balor and his minions.
What
Our hut.
in the middle of our street. What does the house that we're hiding in look like? Is it like ground floor, 2 floors? I need to move soon, so I need inspiration.
All of the party currently are on the ground floor. It is a 4-story manor house.
Ooh.
Being this close to the palace, Thratos knows, as is the story, that this would have belonged to one of the more well-to-do nobles of the city, possibly someone on the council, prior to the council being dissolved when Daramus took over as Emperor of Kerha. Who was likely still in the good books, I imagine. You could guess, at least, in the good books of Daramus. Though the interior is structurally sound enough that you could, walk through it, go up multiple stories, the entire manor house has taken a lot of fire damage. A good portion of the roof has collapsed in. Any of the areas like the one that you're currently in now, like the lobby of the manor house with the vaulted ceilings, you'll be able to see straight through into the night sky. And there's a lot of debris around.
Okay. Does it look like we could go potentially on the upper floors?
Ricky DM?
It looks stable enough that you could maybe make it to the 2nd floor. You can't really tell from where you are if the 3rd or 4th story fared any better.
Is there anyone else coming out of the gate, or is there any more guards within view in that direction?
Sorry, say that again. I was just checking the DMs.
Is there any more guards that we can either see coming out or just see within the grounds from the gate that they just came from?
You can't see into the gate very well from your current vantage point. You think you can see maybe one, possibly still patrolling back and forth on his side, on the palace side of the wall. But you're seeing this guard pass by at sort of extended intervals. Probably 2 minutes between each time you see him.
Okay. What if we did a sniperino on the guards? There's only 3. We can't see, but maybe going upstairs will allow us to see if there's more guards coming. And if there's none before these ones go and report, we can pew them. And maybe hide them into the tiny hut.
We'll be able to kill 3 at once.
I don't mean to interrupt your guys' discussions, but it's around about now that as you look into the street, sort of surveying the 3 guards currently near the tiny hut, that you begin to hear a voice in your mind, as if you're receiving a message of some sort. It takes you a moment to sort of actually decipher and sort the words from the noise. And you hear in the back of your mind, kill him. Kill the main one.
Do I recognize the voice?
No.
So it's not the Ruby again?
Your
No,
conscience.
no, I'd actually forgotten about the ruby. So, no, not the ruby.
Does it sound like Big Barb, my therapist, or?
The voice doesn't sound sort of extra planar in any way. It doesn't sound demonic or celestial or anything. It just sounds like a regular voice, but it takes you a bit of concentration to sort the words from the noise. It doesn't seem like it's a clear message that you're getting.
Okay, to kill him, kill the main one, which was the one that was Stratos' friend-ish.
I didn't say he was Stratos' friend. I just said he was the head guard. Stratos would know, as he's
Yes, that
formerly
one.
staff of the palace himself.
Yeah. Am I still standing on the ground floor, looking
Yes,
out?
currently, yeah. Currently, all of you, including the rebels, are on the ground floor, either perched behind tables or debris, whatever you could find to keep yourself out of sight.
Yeah. I would like to not disclose that I'm hearing voices because I don't want people to be concerned since I saw how Solgra reacted when Bucky started talking in the cart. So I'd rather avoid that, but I would like to point out that I think I can take them.
Just as a backup, do any of the other rebels have ranged attacks? Like, to kind of do a multi-attack thing where we get them all at once?
You look around at the rebels, you can see that at least 3 of them currently holding short bows.
Okay, is there any way from this manor to enter anywhere else without going from the main door? Like in another house nearby?
From your current vantage point, not that you can see.
Okay. Because then if we shoot, they're gonna know we shoot. But actually, even if we shoot, we lure them inside, and then Solgra and Fanny Boss and people are inside anyway.
My plan was to sit, like, if we were going to do this, was to station myself
behind the door or
behind the door.
Or
Okay.
you shoot and they run for help.
There is that as well.
But we can run after them.
I can't
What?
run. My legs are too old.
Oh yeah. Or we do have a potion of invisibility, and I have daggers. That is also an option. Or we could just all just go fucking crazy, drag them in the tiny hut, beat them to death, and then leave them in the tiny hut so that no one from the outside can see them being in the tiny hut for the next 8 hours or so.
Not gonna lie, that sounds kind of fun.
I know, right? Okay, so plan is either snipe from the windows, plan 2. I can create a distraction and jump out the window and drag one of them in the tiny hut with or without invisibility potion, and then you guys can come out the door and push the other 2 inside the tiny hut.
You hear the voice
They can
again.
come out, though.
It repeats what it was saying.
Kill the main one.
It says, "Kill him. Kill the main one. Now."
I think we need to hurry.
We could just also let them pass.
They're going to report that there's a tiny hut, and they're gonna come with more.
And then we dispel the hut and move on.
But we need to go where they're coming from.
That is a point.
Whatever we do, we need to do it now.
You can overhear from your positions the head guard, the captain of the guard, discussing the tiny hut with his subordinates, and you catch little moments of this interaction. Specifically, The point at which the guard turns to his closest subordinate and says, I very much doubt anyone is inside it. They'd have made themselves known by now. Head back into the palace, report this to Daramus at once. And just as the subordinate is about to leave, he calls out, the head guard calls out to his subordinate as he's running back to his gate, and send out a replacement on your way in. And as you see the subordinate run between the open gates of the palace, another soldier is sent out to replace the one that has gone back inside, keeping the total at 3 soldiers now.
But one is going to report.
One
we were
has
slow.
now headed inside.
We were too slow.
I'd like to ask Astoria what her thoughts are.
And Astoria looks at you and says, well, we came to siege the palace. I suppose fighting my father's men was unavoidable. There are 3 of them, and she takes a quick head count. 13 of us. We had them outnumbered.
Do we...
And I suppose only 11 if I don't count the 2 unconscious people that are in your party.
Do we do it out in the open, or do we perhaps lure them in here? Not necessarily with M's suggestion, but just kind of, I don't know, make a mild ruckus.
And she thinks...
And ambush them.
And says, I'm not sure it would really make a difference if we fight them in the streets or if we fight them here. There will still surely be a noise made. And M, you hear again, louder in your mind now as it continues to ring out, kill him. Kill the head of the guard. Do it now.
Guess we need to do something now. In the tiny hut, no one can find them for a few hours. Inside here, people can. And people have been averted there's a tiny hut already, so they know about the tiny hut, they don't know that we're inside here.
They were working their way out of the palace. It's fair to assume that once they lose interest in the hut, they'll move on, and we can sneak in behind them.
Do you really think they're going to lose interest in the tiny hut, though? I'm starting to gear towards possibly M shooting out the windows, and then I still have a decent amount of, I'm still kicking. I can run out there and just aim for anything.
You see the soldier that was sent back into the palace return to join the guard outside.
So there's 4 now.
There are now 4.
Okay.
You listen closely and you can hear part of his report as he relays to the guard captain. Sir, the Emperor has been informed. He has instructed us to continue with our patrol. And the head guard says, very well, but I want 2 of you to remain here and keep an eye on this thing. Shouldn't take as long. And the head of the guard begins to prepare to continue his patrol with one of his subordinates.
I think the main guy is dangerous and we should take him out.
I say yes, but at the end of the day, it's Astoria's the leader, not me.
I will wink at Astoria. What do you say?
Astoria looks panicked as she turns to Solgra and says, I'm not sure if you noticed, but I think you're significantly more experienced in the art of combat than I am, and I would greatly appreciate your own deliberation on this matter.
Snipe him now. I will go out there. anyone else who has got a decent amount of health with them. Hopefully some of the guards, rebels have still got a decent amount of fight in them.
Okay. I'm gonna go upstairs and shoot at the main guy.
Roll to hit.
This is tense. I rolled a nat 1.
Roll with advantage because you actually are hidden as a rogue. This is literally what you're built for.
18.
Okay, that's gonna hit. Roll damage, and you can add it. Well, you should be adding your sneak attack because you're sneak attacking. You're literally attacking from the shadows.
Cheeky murder.
Yes. Finally. This is what I've been waiting for. 8 of damage plus R5d6. 15.
Is that 15 total?
Yes. And that is 1 crossbow.
Alright,
Could I find the other one as well, like very quickly?
Alright, roll to hit with the other one.
With advantage or without advantage?
With advantage, because you're still sneaky. Still the same turn.
20.
Natural?
No.
Okay.
I wish.
Roll damage.
Another 8.
8 damage. So what was that total, sorry?
That is a very good question. 23 plus 8, 31. Yes.
Alright, so firing from the second floor out of the darkness, both crossbows simultaneously. You plug the guard captain in the back of the neck with the crossbow bolts as he topples over and falls to the ground screaming. Blood-curdling screams ring out across the night sky, and in the back of your mind you hear the voice once again as it just says, "Good."
Thank you.
And a moment later, you hear the same voice in the back of your mind as it says, "Now the others."
Can I keep shooting at the others?
I'll allow it.
Out of character, to my lovely friends here, should I follow what a voice in my head says if I hear a voice in my head?
I mean,
Currently, the other
usually.
guards, the other 3 guards are in disarray as a crossbow bolt is
Do
just
it.
capped.
Did you? Oh, I heard it again. I shoot again.
A roll to hit.
Advantage or non-advantage?
Advantage. They still don't see you.
20 again, not natural.
Alright.
Muso.
Yes, master. I shall kill. 9 damage with 1 crossbow. RD20
Alright,
plus.
that guard screams out and falls to the ground.
I barely touched him. Oh. RD20 plus 9 advantage to the other one. 26.
Alright, that's it.
RD6 plus 5. 8.
So that's 8 damage. That takes out another guard as he falls to the ground screaming with a well-placed crossbow bolt.
There's one left.
The final guard stands not far from where his comrades have fallen as he looks terrified and wide-eyed, looking up into the houses around him, sort of shifting as much as he can, and you can see the fear clear coming from this particular dragonborn. And he begins to shout out towards the houses, "Please, please spare me! I have a family, I don't want to die!"
How big he is?
He's dragonborn sized. He's corporeal sized. And in the back of your mind, you hear the voice, "Kill him."
I'd say capture him and torture and interrogate. Friends? Opinions?
The voice repeats again, "Kill him."
And if you let him go now, like, he may well run off.
I would rather him have a clean death than...
You're also alone on the second floor, Em. You can't have this discussion.
Yes, you're right.
Everyone else on the ground floor has just seen 3 of them go down.
We'll prepare the barrel.
What do I do? Do I kill or do I prison and torture? Oh
Kill
no!
him.
I love how the options aren't kill or spare, it's kill or prison and torture. That's beautiful.
I'm not gonna let him go!
Say.
Okay. I would
You'll have to decide
like...
quickly, as you can see, with the fear in his eyes, he's looking to turn and dart back into the palace behind.
I would
walls.
like to get daggers out and jump out of the window and attack him with the daggers.
With what? Sorry?
Daggers.
Can
I
you-
still have them somewhere.
Can you check your character sheet, please?
They're not equipped, but can I equip them? Wait, what does it take to equip them? What does it mean? Are they not shielded?
Let me just check your character sheet.
Have I lost my daggers? Did I do something bad?
Oh wait, I'm in the wrong place, that's why. Whoops.
Were you looking at place characters?
Oh.
Here we go, I found your character sheet now. Whoops. Oh yeah, it appears that you have 2 bog standard regular daggers on you.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Where's my normal ones? Usual, not normal. Special, usual ones.
Where did you last have them?
I don't know. Okay, I shoot crossbow.
Alright, roll to hit.
Advantage still.
Advantage.
14.
That is gonna hit.
6 damage.
As the guard runs at full pace towards the gate, you aim steady with the crossbow and you plunge that final bolt into the back of his skull, taking him out silently without a single scream.
Can I jump down the window and loot the bodies?
As you jump out of the house from the second story window, you hear in the back of your mind the voice once again as it says, "Good."
And yeah. Do I find anything interesting on the bodies?
All of the guards are currently carrying standard non-magical weapons. Armor is all steel plated armor. Not even quite as nice as what Vanny Boss is wearing. You don't really find anything of any major significance on the bodies outside of that. You do find some gold. I'll let you know how much in a minute. You found very little gold actually on them. You start to get the feeling that the guards that protect this palace are not particularly well paid, as only each of the 3 regular palace guards only have about 7 or 8 copper between them.
Oh.
The head guard has a single gold in his coin pouch. While rifling through the belongings...
So I'd like 21 copper.
21 copper, yeah.
Yeah.
While rifling through the belongings of the freshly deceased, you do find a letter on the last guard. And as you decide to peer through it, to give it a quick read, it appears to be a letter from his betrothed. Who,
what?
His betrothed. His fiancée, if you will. Telling him he should leave the palace as soon as possible, and that she had found them a way out of Kurha.
Okay. M in character is like, good for you, buddy. And I will leave the letter back. Out of character, I feel really bad. But I'm like, get the letter, like, GG lady, be happy, and I put it back. Anything else interesting? No.
No. You do see, before any of the others who might eventually join you in the street, you can see directly into the grounds of the palace now, through the gates. You don't see any guards between you and the palace itself, at least not from this vantage point outside of the walls. The gates remain partially open.
Okay. So you guys coming out of the house now?
Well, I was about to say I've noticed our rogue is currently in the middle of the road, so I think it might be advisable to, you know.
I was gonna ask you guys to help me drag them because my strength modifier is a mighty -1.
I'm gonna go outside.
Solgra! Solgra!
I'm coming.
Solgra!
Keep your fucking hairnet on.
My what?
Never mind.
My hat? I didn't have a hat. A strength hat. That would be helpful. That might get my strength modifier to 0, which is better than -1. Can you help me now?
I'm here now. What do you need?
Drag the bodies in the tiny hut.
Do I need to do any strength rolls for them, considering the fact that they are dead?
No.
Cool.
So was I able to do it the whole time?
I mean, it would have probably taken you longer, but in the grand scheme of things, nah, you probably could have. I imagine as a rogue with that, you know, unfeeling assassin streak that you've got going on, you've probably got some practice hiding bodies.
I pretend that I don't know any of this, and I'm like, thank you, Sorga. I don't know what I could have done without you. I would like to hug Solgra's leg when she does the thing.
Astoria watches both of you. The look of confusion and so that level of perplex that she had before slowly beginning to sort of wane as she gets used to for lack of a better term, the fuckwittery of this party. She's slowly become accustomed to it now.
I wink again at Astor.
And still, she's not quite sure how to take that at all. And
I need to change season at some point because the spring is gonna kill me. I can't flirt with everyone.
And she says to Solgrid, "Do you really need to hide? Should we just go?"
It just seemed like a good idea at the time. Let's go.
Do you wanna help us with the bodies, Astoria?
We've sorted out the bodies.
She looks at Solgrid through all this, looking for direction, and just sort of looks back and forth and shrugs a bit, and eventually turns to Thratos, and she's like, have you been dealing with this the whole time? And with no response from Thratos, she...
I thought you couldn't hear us for a second.
Oh no, I heard.
With no response from Thratos, she huffs slightly and just...
There is an advantage to hiding the bodies just in case anyone, like, approaches us from the rear.
They will still see the hut, surely, like these poor souls did as well.
Yeah, and they'll probably just poke it for a while and wonder what's in it, like they did, so...
And doesn't it also depend upon Oscar's concentration to maintain the tiny hut?
It does, actually, yeah.
So if Oscar takes damage, it'll go from tiny hut in the middle of the street to 4 piled up bodies in the middle of the street before someone's eyes, possibly.
Tiny hut to big massacre.
Yeah.
Barbarian. I'm a barbarian, I don't know this shit.
That's
I'm
fine.
just...
I was just saying out of character,
Right.
that's a potential situation right there.
So
Are we ready to
we're
do
back
this?
To the palace.
We going in the palace.
Why are you whispering?
I'm a rogue.
What?
It's
Can't-
not
can't argue that.
concentration.
Oh, okay, fair enough. In which case, yeah, it'll just be a tiny hut with 3 and 4 dead bodies in it for like 8 hours.
It's fine.
That looks really cool. We can go now. I think
Actually,
something's
can't hear you.
listening. Something's listening to me or something. I don't know.
Deal with that later.
Do you want to see this backflip?
Can
No.
you do a backflip?
I'm gonna do a backflip. Okay.
No!
I'll do
Please.
a backflip. I'll do it.
No!
Astoria turns around to Fanny Boss
Can I
and
buy
shrugs
you
and
a
just says,
cigarette?
I guess.
I'll do a backflip, but I do like 5 in the one go. Just like before I touch the ground.
She's very impressed, as are several of the rebels. All just like, you know, even just a little golf clap as well. Very quietly, trying to be stealthy, but like, yeah,
I take a bow.
I've been winking at Astoria for 3 sessions and he does a backflip and suddenly she's impressed.
a quintuple backflip in one jump. That was.
Well, I can wink 5 times in a row, so that'd be impressive.
We please stop fucking about
No, I do not backflip.
and get into the...
Athos is already slowly making his way towards the palace, knowing that he is a bit
Also-
slower.
You know-
so-
you know what,
Solver
I'm just
controls
gonna-
the icon.
You guys can stay here and do as many fucking backflips as you want. I'm going in.
I'm still hugging your legs, Holger.
Well, you're coming with me then.
As you step through the gate, you are met with an obscenely eldritch view of the palace. The grounds that Thratos would know were once lush with trees and well-kept gardens surrounding the palace. The second you pass through the opening of the gate across what would be, I guess, the event horizon, the palace morphs before your very eyes, becoming darker, drenched in blood as it pours from the rooftops. The small lake within the palace grounds seems to bubble and boil with a red mist scattered across the top of it. All the grass, the trees, the wildlife, all seems to have decayed and rotted. And for whatever reason that you're not entirely aware of yet, a circle of a certain radius, about 15 feet in radius around the party. The ground seems to be pleasant and lush. The acrid air that you can see with dank mists across the palace ground don't seem to quite penetrate this area around you. And that is when you begin to notice that both Gershaw and Sharid are conscious and stood beside Solgra. Shreed, you're at full health, by the way.
Are they
I look at
secret?
Solgra and say, Solgra, I think I'm a crocodile. Solgra, tell me, be honest. Do berries eat crocodiles? It's very important. Answer me, woman! Do berries eat crocodiles? That's it then. That's it. I'm a crocodile.
Oh, I don't care if you think you're a fucking crocodile. I just don't care. I've had
I had a
enough.
conversation. I had a conversation with the god, and I think I might either be a pizza or a crocodile.
You are an Aarakocran.
I go to Sharit and I'm like, more of an alligator, in my opinion.
So, how you doing, Aura buddy?
Doing well, thank you. How are you doing?
I wasn't. I was talking to Aura buddy.
I think
Oh,
we
shit.
talked while we were unconscious.
Oh.
I think I'm a crocodile.
Yeah. I became unconscious when like I got hit by that giant claw. Right?
Yeah.
How did we get rid of the crab?
Thratos,
I think
roll
it
a
exploded.
Arcana check for me.
You were just ahead of me if I was about to cast the detect dots. Fuck's sake, this fucking Arcana spell, I swear to god. 8, no, 10.
10. You're listening in on this freak out moment from Shreed. You don't know him super well. What you can tell from just a glance is that there seems to be absolutely nothing celestial about Shreed in this moment. There is, however, an absolute deluge of celestial energy pouring out of Gershaw. And you deduce that this may be the reason for this clean and somewhat safe radius around the party, as wherever Gershaw walks, he seems to be the very center of that radius.
I turned to Gershaw and I said, how are you feeling?
Like, surprisingly good. But how did we kill that thing?
You did.
No. I don't know what you saw, but I got knocked out by that thing with like four for a bed, like 2 claws, 2 arms, 3 of them.
That was not the end of it, though. You not remember anything past that?
I remember having a chat with Sharid somehow.
I'm not a
Gershaw,
crocodile.
do you
Yeah.
remember? Do you remember farting?
I mean, I do that every now and again. It's how it is.
Gershaw, I have something to tell you.
Did I let one go?
Oh, Gershaw, for a while you had us scared. You fell asleep and we just stopped and stared. But while you slept, while you snored, something could not be ignored. Oh, Gershaw, what does it mean? The likes of this This mix I've never seen. Oh, the color and the scent was so obscene. Gersha, maybe you're unaware. Maybe you don't even care. But we thought we should share. Your fart was green.
I'm bopping while hugging Solgra's leg.
I'm breakdancing.
I'm bopping while rocking back and forth, muttering, "Am I a crocodile?"
It has just dawned on Kratos that there is in fact a bard among the party.
I'm having a fucking breakdown.
But how's your back, Solgra?
I mean,
Solgra,
how much you been carrying the party?
Solgra, roll perception for me, please.
She's definitely carrying me now.
Perception.
Perception, please.
I just felt like it had to be said, guys. Sorry.
Absolutely.
24.
As Oscar serenades the celestial Gershaw, Solgra, you're having none of it. Still on task. You, and only you, at this moment, see 4 demonic-looking guards exit the steps of the palace, alerted by the singing bard and the party sort of bopping at the gates. Because, yes, I really enjoy that song, but you were currently on a stealth mission.
There is no way.
I mean,
Well,
You shouldn't have did that. I appreciate the song.
The rest of you that were looking at Gershaw at any point during that song, some sooner, some later, eventually, all of you would have realised, as it is difficult to miss, that he has something of a new feature. On Gershaw's left cheek have since appeared 2 deep, long scars. They seem to have healed long ago, despite none of you knowing when he got them, but there remains 2 of these scars now on his face. To Thratos, you could possibly surmise that something about them reminds you of Tally, possibly.
Like keeping count, Tally.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And as the party are enjoying themselves and listening to Oscar's song and noticing new things about Gershaw, these 4 demonic-looking palace guards stride down the steps of the palace, each of them wielding flaming halberds.
Guys, I hate to disturb, this whole little shindig we've got going on, but we've got trouble.
Oh yeah, we should probably deal with that.
And I get my maul out.
Alright.
Should I let go of your leg?
Please.
Okay. And I just remain sitting on the floor for a bit while I get the crossbow out.
I have a trait that is Mask of the Wild, so I can attempt to hide even when I am only lightly obscured. I don't know if that makes a difference here.
Possibly. I will say, just before I forget it, so that you can remember it, although it is a stealth mission, and you may have, revealed the presence of the party at the front gates of the palace,
I'm an idiot.
I do always reward original songs set in the universe of Edis, and therefore you have gained yourself a cardic inspiration.
Oh yeah.
We're all gonna die.
At what cost? At what cost? But you did get one.
The song was cool.
The song was fantastic.
Thanks.
The demonic guards didn't really think so, but they were glad to have been alerted to interlopers.
Can I ask, do the guards look like the thing that we fought earlier?
No, they look like they still look like Dragonborn, although they
Okay.
seem larger, maybe twice the size of Caporius. Yeah, very
Okay.
buff, full of muscles, and these four in particular, along with their flaming halberds that they're carrying in their hands currently as they approach you, are all wearing not so much armor. It looks more like barbarian kind of gear, lots of leathers, but they're also technically are and are not on fire.
Do you know if we like move towards them and get them within this weird freaking circle thing that's going on right now?
You are all in the circle.
I mean the guards. If we get the guards into the circle, what's the chances that they'll change back to normal? This is aimed at the party, not at the DM.
How big is the circle?
30 feet across.
That's not very big if there's already like 11 of us in it.
Hey, you make a circle.
We're in a circle.
I don't think Gershaw's aware that he's the one making the circle yet. Thratos is, but Gershaw is kind
So
of
we
oblivious.
move. We move with Gersha like a hula hoop. Oh, come on, that's my hula hoop.
I don't think that's a good idea. I'm good with just sticking. Everyone stick to the floor. That's always served me really well.
Okay. That's. I mean, we weren't gonna fly.
Huh?
You're a crocodile now. You crocodiles don't.
Crocodiles don't fly.
So I am a crocodile. I knew it.
Dreed, you know a crocodile?
How do you know?
Because I'm looking directly at you.
No, but you haven't thought about the logic here.
You catch sight of Thratos and the guards, and this gives you time to pause to think about reptilian species.
Think about it. Okay, look, berries sometimes eat sheep. Who's to say that there's a berry that doesn't eat crocodiles? Therefore, if you are what you eat, and I eat berries, I am a crocodile.
I agree.
And because anything can be a pizza, crocodiles
No.
are pizza, and I am a pizza.
Like, I could literally care less about your existential crisis right now. We have issues.
By that logic, you're a pineapple.
I am a
Can we
pineapple.
not-
Sorry.
Pineapples are
and
berries. Pineapples are berries.
Full circle.
Oh, I'm a berry. Okay. Okay, go on. What were you saying?
I'm still sitting down after I let go of Sawgrass' leg, and I'm here just waiting for the voice to tell me what to do.
Wait a minute.
Voice in the background of the morgue. The unsuspecting victim. While mastering the Elven version of Blink 182.
You hear no voice, by the way.
Can I high five Gershas?
No,
I'm good going on.
Go on, Gershaw.
oh, okay. The guards aren't charging towards us, are they?
No, they are striding with purpose in your direction.
Are they aware of us?
They are looking directly at you.
Okay, cool.
They are very aware of the 13 or so people stood in front of the open palace gates as they walk down the steps towards you, each with their flaming halberds, with snarls and grins on their face, their huge teeth sort of dripping with saliva.
I'm just gonna wave at them.
Yeah, I'm gonna blow one of them a kiss.
I would like to rage.
That's beautiful.
Then do a backflip in front of them. Just
You
impress them.
you actually hear sort of demonically altered chuckles from all four of them as they take up a stance, slowly surrounding the circle in which you're stood. You get a voice again in the back of your mind, and it tells you, surrender. You should surrender.
Can they do it like the Cheap Trick song, the voice?
No.
Oh. Then now I don't want to.
Because I don't know what you're talking about, so no, they can't.
I'll send you later. It was in the Guardians of the Galaxy thing as well.
Okay.
But okay.
I have forgotten that, clearly.
Sorgra, what if we surrender?
Do I hear this?
13 of us, and 4 of them. And also,
Very
I'm
much.
angry.
And there are much scarier things than those guards. Imagine if you woke up one day and you thought that you might be a crocodile. I have been
Which
through
means
hell and
shut up!
beyond. And I know that there are scarier things in this world than demons. They are not
Can
so
you
scary.
grab him? Can I grab
I am a
him by
pineapple!
his ear and just, like, get a hold of yourself!
I am
Crocodile
calm.
is slimy though, isn't he?
I am a pineapple and therefore a berry, and I am full of confidence. Let us fight.
You sure the voice is not agreeing with us?
What voice?
I don't know the voice.
I don't think we have the time to discuss the voice right now.
Right, let's
like-
just fight. Let's just fight.
Fight. Fight.
Okay,
Fight.
as you are all debating what to do and dealing with Shareed's crisis of identity, as you are surrounded, from the distance, a direction none of you can surmise, it happens all too fast and you're all too distracted, a fireball is thrown into the circle, hitting Thratos. And let me double check this. Capo, what's
Yes?
what's the max health of Thratos?
Max health is 62.
And what are you currently on?
29.
Ah,
No, don't say
Are you not fire resistant?
I am fire resistant, yes, I am.
yeah, but it was a very high level fireball.
No.
Wait, what?
So, as the party falls apart internally, and none of you seem to be able to work together, as Solgra does her best to rally each of you, Thratos and 3 of the rebels that were escorting Astoria are immolated by a fireball, killing all 4 of them instantly.
Capo, you're so unlucky with your characters, though. That has to be said.
Do they, did Thratos leave a body behind?
Only Ash. I said immolated.
Yikes.
There is nothing for you to resurrect Zombo style.
Or could have Zombo dust.
I mean, just for the sake of argument, there's a lot of dust and multiple dead. I'd be concerned as to what you might bring back.
They're all
Since
Dragonborns, though.
It's still 4 different people. And with that, the 4 guards surrounding you snarl and cackle as they lean forward with their halberds and prepare to attack. And on that note, we are going to end tonight's session.
Holy shit.
Bruh.
Bruh. It's a bit weird ending on yet another cliffhanger where Capo dies. The dice have not been favourable to him whatsoever.
What? Big crit or something.
It was big. It was near 200 damage.
Shit.
I mean, I okayed all of this beforehand with the storyline. It's
Brilliant
it could have been anybody. I think there's some poetic justice though to planning the storyline and having Capo be the recipient. And so yeah, that is going to end tonight's session. And I think, considering where we are, I believe next week may be the final episode of this particular storyline. Which means I've got maps to make.
Depending on the heat wave.
Depending on the heat wave, I need to just continue to consume ice cream and work in the coldest environment possible. Because, good lord.
Just lock yourself in the fridge.
End of season 2, possibly, Jeff. I mean, I might consider that end of season 2. Yeah, if we do finish it next week. Let me just switch the music over on Sirenscape to something a bit more outro-y. There we go. Just to save you guys from some trauma, we'll pretend we're in the Red Mullet again.
Aww.
We'll get some fish and chips and pretend that nothing ever exploded.
That's... like, what the fuck?
Guys, I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I feel like it would have happened.
I think it was destined.
Yeah. Stratos would have died.
Yes.
Yeah. At
So-
least he had a nice tune before departing from this mortal coil.
Also, I just realized that, like, I didn't have the fancy mic plugged in, so it was potato quality.
Not bad.
Oh well. Oh well.
Right, okay. So, I've just realised by clicking on the outro screens, because I've still got it set to Caporius. One, Caporius is still in the throes of being kidnapped, and Capo has just been killed. But of course, joining us this week and every week as we work through his particular storyline, which is turning out to be a very, very interesting storyline, is Third Threat Capo, was playing Thratos, has been playing previously Caporius Carolon. Who knows who he's going to be playing next time? It's anybody's guess.
The Dragonborn, formerly known as Caporius.
If you play Astor, I'm gonna have to do a lot of winking at you, Capo.
Your mic's muted.
You're muted. And it's not me.
I'm honestly tempted.
Oh, that would be really funny.
And also joining us this week, murderer extraordinaire, violin solo playing M, the Eladrin Rogue.
Oopsie.
Doing whatever the
I
voices
did it
in their
again.
head tell her to do.
Oh, yeah. Damn it.
Next week, the voice might say "send ice cream," and we'll see what happens.
Okay. I'm looking forward to it. Do you think I'm going crazy? Or it's...
I guess we'll have to find out next week. And, of course, spending half of the session in the Nether Realm beyond. Shareed, as played by Cactus Room. I'm confused. Are you an alligator?
You all thought I was a crocodile, but I am not. I was Shareed all along.
Cactus Room, of course, the DM of the campaign, as it's called, over on his channel on Sunday nights. Highly recommend you check that out if you enjoy this. And of course, we're joined by Fanny Boss, Dwarven Acrobat. Sorry, I mean fighter.
Hi.
That'll do. Also spending a large portion of this game unconscious, but also getting definitely play of the game with his legally distinct but kind of the same as a Kamehameha, Gershaw, as played by Guitar CR. Folks, he even put on fake hair for you guys. Or is that his real hair and is that the fake hair? No one knows. Does he have a Super Saiyan do under that mullet? He'll never tell.
That's just what happens when he brushes the mullet forward.
Slowly losing her shit this week, we are joined by Shleefhiddy playing Solgra, our half-orc barbarian. Half-orc, fully done with this shit. I look forward to see how you're going to save everybody next week. Start thinking.
I'm gonna have to pull something out my arse for this one.
I see you've learned from me. And
Good DM prep.
Yeah, exactly. And finally, joined by the air raid siren that is Oscar, our Wood Elf Bard, as played by AODHQ. Fantastic song, eh? But, maybe don't do it deep in enemy territory on the steps of a palace you're about to siege.
When musical inspiration strikes, you know, sometimes you just gotta. I think I lost control of my body for a brief moment, and it just took control of me. You know, it happens.
The muse of Edis. I'm gonna have to create a god for you, I think. We'll write one up. Also, if you haven't checked out A's channel, A's been doing the read along for the Terry Pratchett stuff that we're doing for the book club, which is all for Cactus's book club. So I highly recommend checking those out because they've slowly been replacing my my audiobooks for the Pratchett series.
No.
And that is all of us, right? I didn't miss anybody. No, that's everybody. Cool. And I, of course, have been Geeks Codex, otherwise known as Briggy, the DM, and I have planning to do for next week, and in the hopes that it stops being so goddamn hot, because it melts my brain. But we'll be back at the same time next week, hopefully with a regular length episode that I don't cut short. One, because I need to plan stuff, and two, because I'm melting. Although I was going to only do like a 2-hour session this week, so the reason you got the extra hour this week, folks, everybody thank Lindsay, because that ice cream kept me going for at least another hour tonight. Thank you, Lindsay.
Clappo, clappo.
The true PogChamp. And with that, I'm going to end the stream, find some way to raid, and we will see you folks next time. So have a great rest of your week and a great weekend, and we'll see you next Wednesday to find out what the hell just happened and what's going to happen next. I'll try and figure that out before we do next week's session so that you guys can experience it in a more fun way. But until then, bye-bye.
Today, we pay homage to the streamer's salty snack of choice and the capo who's brave enough to defend their honor. Sit back and listen for a while, friends. You're in for one hell of a salty surprise. Sometimes streaming requires a meal, but the chat won't let you enjoy your snack. Unrelenting in that mockery, you fire back with words of wisdom and attack. Shut up! Let me me munch my nuts. Shut up. Let me munch my nuts. Shut up. Let me munch my nuts. Yeah. Sodium's getting high, and vitamin B12. You're getting nourishment from the nuts variety that you do. You may think of dirty jokes, all your 69 tropes. But Capo continues lunch, he continues to munch. You didn't turn your back on them, although they're making your mouth dry. You'll never go hungry again until your death counts 60 high. Shut up! Let me munch my nuts. Shut up! Let me munch my nuts. Shut up! Let me munch my nuts. Damn your rotating cube! Shut up! Let me munch my nuts. Shut up! Let me munch my nuts. Shut